in the car right now. I'm going to the gym again. This is still day 2. Technically, it's like week 2, day 5 of working out, but it's day 2 of isolation. I'm not actually isolating. I'm just calling it that because it's like a sub-series of solitary confinement. I'm doing a deep dive. All of the Project Lock-In. I've watched all of that. I've watched Solitary Confinement again, and I'm just kind of like looking for the finer details. The finer knit details is what I'm looking for. And then I'm going to replicate that and get the same result as Charlie. I'm going to put up a picture right now. This is Charlie's tricep. I don't know if I'm pointing at it or not because I don't know what it looks like because I'm using the front camera because it's far better than the rear camera, so I can't actually see myself, but Charlie tricep somewhere. Okay. And you know, he was shredded. That's week 7, I think, of Project Lock-In, or episode 7 of Project Lock-In. Not week 7. Now you're saying like, oh, he doesn't have abs. He doesn't, you know, he's not freaking absolutely shredded to the gills. He's not cut to the gills, but let's take a look here. We'll do a side by side. I'm not good at editing, so I'm just gonna do a picture and then another picture. There won't be a really good side by side. Let's take this picture somewhere of day 1 Charlie. I realize this is not day 1 Charlie, but it's all I can find. We're not gonna use solitary confinement pictures because we're gonna use Project Lock-In pictures. Shredded. And he was bulking for some of the episodes, I think. I think he switched to bulking in episode 3 and then it went back into cutting. I'm not sure. He might still be bulking. I did watch them all, but sometimes the details kind of mix together when you watch so many videos at once. I'm heading to the gym right now. Again, second time today. I'm bored. At the gym again. This is workout number 2 for the day. We're here because if you go back and you watch the Project Lock-Ins, Charlie makes a reference to his prime more than one time. You'll notice that. He's like, I've got to get back in my prime. Which he's getting back into his prime. I got to say that. Episode 7, he's shredded. But he stated that in his prime, he was working out twice a day, chicken and rice, starving himself, no human contact, no friends. So now, I'm not actually going to go into full isolation, like I said. I literally can't. I have a roommate, so it's basically impossible to not talk to them. And I'm not going to starve myself either because I don't like chicken. I like chicken, but gosh, it's so much harder to make than beef. I prefer beef. It tastes better. And it's so much easier to cook because it can be a little bit like not fully cooked in the middle and you're not gonna die. But you know, you have to cook chicken for like 40 years. You gotta cook chicken. And I don't like it. And it sucks. And I did eat chicken and rice for a while. It blows. It is a horrible diet. It's like the worst thing I've ever done. So beef, I eat a lot of ground beef, but you know, trying to clean up the diet. I had a gnarly burger. That'll be in here somewhere. It may be the beginning. If it's not the beginning, it'll probably be after the gym because it was after the gym. After I went to the gym the first time. So this video probably won't be in chronological order. Tried to start gambling because, you know, Charlie's my inspiration. Unfortunately, I'm not old enough to gamble. So I'm thinking maybe I just send Charlie money and have him gamble it for me. And then, you know, when he inevitably wins thousands of dollars, I give him some. Turned down a job. I was at an interview, turned down a job. Didn't go to class today. Feeling pretty terrible, honestly. I do not feel good. Not sick, it just like feel so blank. But in the wise words of Charlie, your mental state has to decline before your physical state can go up.
I'm gonna let my mental state decline so my physical state can go up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym now. Just got out of the gym. Pretty tired now. I just did arms again. I did arms earlier today. Just did it again. Hit it pretty hard. Wanted to kind of feel it. Just been really bored today. Getting back and do some homework, I guess. So kind of sucks. Driving home right now. You know, I feel like I glaze Charlie a lot. You know, it's like one video Charlie, next video Charlie. But let's be honest, I'm working my way towards my own prime right now, using Charlie as example. I mean, look at me now. YouTube channel, 5 subscribers. So really, I'm working my way up in the food chain because of Charlie. So that's working out. And the demographic of the solitary confinement video is, it's a new thing. It's not been done before. You know, in the beginning of the video, Charlie says, like, he introduces the idea and he's like, I don't know if this is original or not. Charlie, it's pretty original to me. I've never heard of anyone else doing this before. The self-isolation to the, you know, almost to the point of insanity. If you watch over the whole course of the month, or I think it might even be more than a month. I think he's like, that was a hard month, but I'm pretty sure if you watch it, he misses like 2 weeks straight of the gym at the end. But if you watch it, in between the cuts of days, weeks, sometimes weeks have passed before he, you know, says anything, and you can see it in his face. You can see how far he's taking it. It was supposed to be self-isolation to be able to lock in, but I think honestly at the end of the experiment it became self-isolation to lock out, to fall to the point of rock bottom so that he could go back up. In the beginning of the video, he says, we're gonna hit rock bottom. That way, all there is left to do is to go up. But I think in this video, he was assuming he was already at rock bottom, so this video will be him going up. But, you know, it's actually his fall. It should be called the fall of Charlie, and then Project Lock-In should be the rise of Charlie, because you actually see real progress and movement upwards from Charlie in Project Lock-In, which means self-isolation wasn't the lock-in. It wasn't building up from rock bottom. It was hitting rock bottom. He didn't climb at all in solitary confinement. He fell more than he thought he could, because he had already assumed that he was at rock bottom. And it's a little lesson. It's a little lesson to kind of tell you, you never really know where you're at. Charlie assumed he was at rock bottom, so he was going to go up, but he wasn't. He only fell further, in which that point he could go up. It almost begs the question, can you even really tell yourself when you're at rock bottom, or do you have to just hit it naturally and then start going up and go, oh man, let's go, like, oh, things are getting better, I didn't have to hit rock bottom. But you know, realistically, you were at rock bottom. You know how you think you're at rock bottom, and then it feels like nothing changes. Maybe it doesn't get worse, but nothing changes, and you're like, I thought I could only go up. That's kind of what happens in solitary confinement. He's at rock bottom, and he plateaus at rock bottom, and he's like, man, nothing's changing, what's going on? But he's falling. It's just ever so slightly. He's getting closer to real rock bottom, and then he goes up, which is Project Lock-In. Project Lock-In is the rise. Solitary confinement is the fall, because now that Charlie's actually hit rock bottom, he started to go up, and he went up quick. He went up quick by gambling, and then he locked in. If you watch the newest episode of Project Lock-In, he's locked in. He's locked in. Gym. He's not eating out. He's not drinking sodas. You know, maybe the next documentary is Solitary Confinement 2. Solitary Confinement, I did it right. Solitary Confinement, the rise. You know, there could be another documentary on the way. I think we'd all like to see it. I think it would give some insight give some insight into what's really been going on, you know, with what happened right after solitary confinement ended. Solitary confinement ends with Charlie not have gone to the gym for 2 weeks, and then it's just over, right? You don't really know what else is gonna happen. He comes back in, Project Lock-In. Project Lock-In Part 1, he's locked in. He eats his last meal at Subway, then cheats on that, and eats again. Same day, or maybe next day. But regardless, he unlocks in Part 2, and he locks back in 3. He's a little bit unlocked in the beginning of 3, but as it goes on, he goes to the gym, he's locked back in. 4, 5, he's locked in for real. 6, I'm having a hard time remembering 6. I think he's a little bit unlocked in 6. I think he misses a week or something in Part 6, but Part 7, he's locked back in, and he's actually lost weight, which is what you want. Ultimately, Part 7 and 8, not much happens. Part 8, he does the TikTok live trolling. Part 9 and 10 are good. Part 9 and 10 are good. 10 is good. Felt like doing absolutely nothing today. You know, watch a couple Charlie videos, and you go, I need to get in the gym. So got up off the floor, I was laying face down on the floor, got up off the floor, went to the gym, and now I'm back. Burger, giant patty underneath, small patty on top, Chick-fil-A sauce mixed with buffalo sauce. I may even go to the gym again tonight, just bored. I think going tomorrow.